Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the dark, long dark. It is just after sunrise and we're getting zero light coming into the camp office. So let's just see if we can find something to pass a little bit of time until the light arrives. Well, we are kinda hungry, but we've got 600 calories in us, so it can wait a wee bit. We've just had breakfast at the end of the last episode. Not much to do there. What about any clothing repairs? No, we've got all of them up to date. Any craftings to do? Apart from making some tinder plugs that we don't need? Nope, nothing to do there. And it's too dark to read. Have we got any light at all? Well, it looks like that water did not boil, so let's get a fire going. And get that water boiled up.
Come on, come on.
And what we'll do is just use sticks to get enough fire to make sure that water has boiled. The weather outside sounds kind of wild. "59 minutes until boiled, 59 minutes until boiled." We've got 59 on the fire. Let's just add one more stick to be sure of it. That means we can now ignore that, but at least it gives us a bit of light to see what we're doing. Have we got any books to read? No, we're fully researched. Let's just check our skills while we're waiting. So, carcass harvesting. Upper end of tier 4. Gives us a 30% reduction in meat harvesting times. We can harvest 75% frozen carcasses by hand. And a 20% reduction in hide or gut harvesting times. Cooking. We're on the middle of tier 4. We get 20% extra calories from any cooked food item. No calorie loss when we smash open a can, as opposed to using a can opener. Cooking time is reduced by 20%, and the ready time is increased by 20%. The ready time is the time after it's finished cooking, when you leave it on either the stove or the firestone before it is so burnt that it's inedible. So it's like the time between finishing cooking and becoming burnt and inedible. So that ready time is increased, which gives us a bigger window to get back to the food, to lift it off the cooking area before it spoils. Fire starting. Just started level 4. We have a 75% base chance to start fires. They last 25% longer, and we don't need tinder. That's good. Ice fishing, still on tier 2. Fishing time reduced by 5%, 8% chance of a line break on a catch. So we do need to go and do some more fishing. Rifles, accuracy range increased by 20%. So that's the range at which we can make an accurate shot. The critical hit chance increased by 15%. That's the chance of a one-shot kill. And per repair we now bring 3% back onto the rifle. Archery, bow sway reduced by 25%, arrow damage increased by 10%. So we're more deadly with a bow, basically. Need to get that skill up as much as possible. And mending, 75% chance of a successful repair. Repair time is decreased by 15%. And there's a 10% greater item condition increase, so each repair will do 10.
Think about is food.
Mark, you're interrupting. Each repair will do 10% more repair of condition. So we've still got these lower 4. We still need a lot of work into them to improve them. Ice fishing we can do something about by heading out onto the lake and doing some fishing. Archery we can do something about by successfully hitting animals. Mending, well, we've got no mending to do at the moment. The rifle, the problem with increasing that skill is unless we can find the books to do the research, then we've got to use ammunition, and ammunition is in very limited supply. Now, this water is almost finished boiling now. You can see time acceleration within the game is a very real thing. I believe I read in the forums that 1 hour of real time just standing still is 4 hours in game or something like that. I think it's actually faster than that. I think it's something like 10 minutes is 4 hours. Right, so we're just waiting for that water to boil, and then we'll decide what we're doing with the day. Looking around, we haven't got much. Oh, there is a book over there that we could be reading. Looks like a shooting guide as well. Let's just check it. We've done 5 out of 25 hours research, so we really should be carrying that with us to get it researched, improve our rifle skill without actually having to use the weapon. Right, we can take that water now. How much water does that give us? Oops. Gives us 4.36. So we can afford to drop 2 litres downstairs. Just check something. We've got 2 cans on us. No cooking pots. Okay. Right, now what I do, the way I tend to do it in my live streams is I keep what I call a grab and go stock of water here. So we need to start building this up. I usually keep about 10 or 12 litres here. Actually, that can go back a bit further. Which means that the water I keep upstairs is a reserve. This is the water that I grab and go when I'm heading out if I'm low on water. If I have the time, I make new water instead of using the bottled water. And that just allows me to not have to worry about how much water I've got. Let's just see what the weather's up to. It sounds kind of rough. It's actually not as bad as it looks. Although that wind is quite strong. What we really need to do is get some firewood and get out on the lake and go fishing. It's early morning, so let's just head up round this corner here. Let's see if we can get some decent firewood from up here. Looking for the wolf. Oh, we'll have this stick. I think we've pretty much cleaned this out recently, haven't we? So we might not find any firewood round here. There's some up there, look. Let's go get that and then we'll head out onto the lake. Some sticks as well. We'll have a day fishing. and our temperature's dropping. It fell quite rapidly right at the end there. It's because the wind swung round, look. Instead of the wind coming from over there and us being in the shadow, it's now coming down the railway line. So we're in the wind shadow hiding behind this tree. It's telling us we need to eat. We don't have anything decent to eat, so what we'll do is just eat a cattail to get that redness off our stomach. And we may have to just use the timber that we've just cut. I would like to have more because I like to have a fire running permanently when I'm in the fishing huts. Still not midday. And this is just basic routine survival stuff this week. Ooh, hello. Okay. Oh, stand still. Stop walking around. Wait for him to stand still. Stop walking about. That went just beyond him. That one missed him as well. That landed at his feet. So we've got 4 arrows down here to pick up. There's 1, 2, 3. I thought the 4th was over there. There it is. See how far it's rolled already in the wind? Right, if we're going to go fishing, we're going to have to take some of our wood stocks from the back of the camp office. I'll just take some of the fresh sticks from up here. I think we'll take 1 fur and 1 cedar with us. Have we got dogs on the lake? Nope.
Eat soon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to catch it. Because we are getting quite low on meat. I don't like to, or rather I should say, I prefer to have at least 5 days of meat stockpiled at the back door of the camp office. And we're down to about 4 days. So, getting some fishing done, and I'm sure this hut is further out than it used to be.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Oops, empty, empty, empty. Just wondering about that recycled can. Okay, let's put the bow away. Start with sticks. There we go.
Right.
And we'll add a cedar and that piece of fir. Just quickly eat a cattail. And we'll fish for 2 hours. Got 2 hours left on the fire. Let's fish for another 2 hours.
Someone's gotta go.
Got an hour and a half left on the fire. Let's fish for another hour. Right, now you notice there that when we fished for an hour we didn't catch anything.
Where can I find something to eat?
I find that this is absolutely typical. If you fish for 1 hour you don't catch anything. If you fish for 2 hours you do. Pass time until that's ready. Take it.
Gonna need to eat soon.
And we've got a full-on blizzard on the go outside. Oops. Just pass time, get these cooked. 1 hour 5 left on the fire.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
And what we can now do, in fact, is eat one of those fish. And add that cedar to there. Clear the fishing hole again and fish for 2 hours. Oh, nice. Now, just to show it, we'll fish for 1 hour and we probably won't catch anything. There you are, you see, you're going to fish, you've got to fish for 2 hours. Right, we've got 57 minutes on there. Pile that up to 2 hours.
I'm so hungry in my life.
We'll drop those fish that we've just caught. And we'll eat that smaller fish. Take a drink. said 31 minutes to cook that bass. So if we just accelerate time, 36 minutes until burned. We could have done an hour's reading. So put that fish up, 31 minutes, right, we can do an hour's reading. So back. Take the fish, 5 minutes left before it was burned. If you
like night is coming.
Don't know if you caught that there. 42 minutes on here. 38 minutes to fish. I'm going to add one stick just to make sure it does finish cooking. And then we'll put another hour onto this. Excellent. We can take that fish. 2 minutes left on the fire. Add one stick. Oops. Take a torch. Use the torch for heading back. Right. Nice afternoon's fishing. In fact, it's about time we did some sprinting. And that's the path back to the camp office. He's developing a bit of a limp there. It looked and sounded as if he was favouring one foot as he was sprinting there. And the opportunity to go fishing is one of the reasons why we persist in...
anything right now.
Yes, thank you, Mark. We know. The opportunity to go fishing like that is one of the reasons that we persist in culling the wolves that appear on the lake. Oh, cattails. Cattails are coming back with a vengeance. That's good. We'll have to harvest them shortly. The wolves on the railway line are going to need culled soon as well. Right, so let's get down here. Let's drop those fish. 1.85 kilo. So if we drop that one, and then drop that one, we'll keep the smallest one for breakfast. We'll have a fish breakfast. And as I've said before, I always put the fish at the top above the meat. It's rather untidy, but ho-hum. How many calories have we got? We're pretty low, but I don't want to start hitting into those 1 kilos until we've got another kill. So, and the torch has gone out. And I think we left the lantern upstairs, so we're going to have to do this by touch. Which, there's just enough light coming in the windows to do it. There's the bed. Oops. There's the bed. Right, so we know that it's quite late at night. It's nearly midnight, and he is red-eye tired, so we need to eat. Put that half kilo into him. It's only 420 calories. Is that going to be enough to get us through? 843. Yeah, that's enough to get us through till morning. Take a drink. Back, bed, sleep. Put in a 9-hour sleep. And as you get into the later stages of a long run, we're still fairly early. We've still got a lot to do. Yeah, that day yesterday, we're into day 78. That day yesterday was what I would classify as a routine day's survival. Do some fishing, gather some food. One of the things that it allowed us to do as well was to gather some more oil for the lanterns. Cooking the fish creates oil. Put the lantern back there. So let's just see how much oil we did create. There it is, 0.21 of a litre. So 5 fishing sessions like that will fill the lantern completely, which is one of the reasons why you do need to do fishing. And as we get our skills up, then we'll be catching more fish, creating more oil. Now we took a fish for breakfast, let's get that down. And take a drink. Leaves us with 0.3 of a litre of water. But however, we've got our 2 grab and goes here, and we've got 12 litres upstairs. But let's go make some more water instead of using the water that we've already made. I don't believe there's anything else we need to take with us. Probably need to get another bow made soon. What state's our bow in? That's 88%. I'll quickly harvest that, get that out of the way. There we are. We're still carrying 10 arrows. This one's getting quite low though. So we're going to need to do some bow and arrow crafting. And I think what we'll do is we'll have another one of those fishes in a second. We do have a cooking pot here, but only the one. I really would prefer to have 2 if we're going to make water, so let's just go get another one. We need to find some more. There is a lot of them lying around on different maps, but we need to find them and collect them to locations where it's going to be useful. Actually, have we still got one in the pack? No. So we'll take that one downstairs and outside with us. We want to get some outside time to avoid cabin fever kicking in. Right, so put that pot on there. Oops. Put that pot on there. Pick up a couple of these sticks. Pick up a piece of fur. We should be able to use the magnifying glass out. We can. Excellent. To help the magnifying glass, we'll use a piece of that tinder. Start it with a stick. 95% chance. Whenever possible, use the magnifying glass. It saves you using up your matches and fire striker. Come on, fire. Time to burn. Let's have this water boiled before the end of the episode. There we go. Add that piece of fur. 1 hour 57. Add enough sticks. Well, to take it to 2 hours 25, that'll do. Right. Melt 2 litres of water. We'll crouch down, snuggle into the fire to get warm, and we'll do 2 hours reading while that water's boiling.
I could eat anything.
There we are, 2 hours research done. 40 minutes until boiled dry. Take it. We've got an hour left on the fire, so I'm going to make another 2 litres, just 1 litre in each pot. And I'm just going to add 2 sticks on the fire to make sure that we've got enough fire to do it. And then we're going to do another hour's reading.
All I can think about is food.
And I'm going to take 2 torches off the fire.
Too heavy.
Put it away, stand up. We're carrying any sticks? Yeah, we'll drop them 2 sticks here. There we are, we'll leave that 1 cooking pot there. We'll take the other cooking pot back indoors. And there we go. We'll end this episode here and pick it up again in the morning. So, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give the video a like. This is all basic routine that you have to get into for a long run in the long dark. Give the channel a follow, catch the rest of the series, and check the video description please. In there you'll find links to my Discord, Facebook, Patreon, Reddit, Twitter and Twitch, as well as a link to Humble Bundle where you can buy your own copy of The Long Dark. You purchase a Steam code that you then use in Steam, and when you buy it at Humble Bundle you help registered charities in your country. So this has been Gazbeard, bringing you another routine day of survival in the long dark, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. From me, have a great time, and bye for now.